Coming up on UIWtv, how one campus organization is helping families during the Easter season. Next, advising season is here, but not without its challenges. And finally, inside a student-led Bible study and how it welcomes students. All this and more on UIWtv.
Hello and welcome back to UIWtv, bringing you all the latest in news, entertainment, and sports. I'm Maurilio Cruz.
And I'm Lailah Fleming. Thanks for joining us today. Coming up this weekend, Leo, do you have any plans?
For Easter, I certainly do. I'll be heading over to my aunt's house, and I think me and my nieces and nephews are going to be really beating up a piñata. But what about you, Lailah?
Oh, I'm going to hang with my friend and her family this weekend.
Oh, well, I certainly hope you'll have a really fantastic time. And of course, we'll talk about all your Easter plans later in the newscast. But first, let's check out what's going on in the community. OpenAI is shutting down its video generation tool, Sora, an AI system that creates realistic videos from text prompts. The tool gained attention for its advanced capabilities, but it also raised concerns over misinformation and deepfake content. OpenAI says the move reflects its focus on responsible AI development. Still, there's lots of questions about the role of artificial intelligence in media and public interest.
The cost of gas is on the rise, and students here at UIW are now having to rethink their budgets. Reporter Michael Matta gave us the insight.
Here at UIW, commuting students are facing a new challenge this semester: rising gas prices. What used to be just a routine drive to class is now hitting students' wallets harder than ever. Students say the increased cost of gas is forcing them to rethink their budgets. For many commuters, money that once went towards themselves is now going straight into their tanks.
I spend about $50 a week on gas, and that's over the course of just this spring semester alone, like $50 every week.
From skipping coffee runs to cutting back on outings with friends, students are making personal sacrifices just to get to campus. Even simple trips across San Antonio are becoming a financial strain.
I'd say just things I would normally do for fun, I'd just be more smart about it. Can't just be so cavalier with expenses now. Just because you feel like going out and getting ice cream or, a coffee or whatever, it's not like you can't do those things, but it's not smart to. So I think just cutting back on the extra fun stuff.
While students adjust to their new routines, government officials say there are several efforts underway to help bring relief at the pump, such as tapping into our strategic petroleum reserve, lifting sanctions, or waiving older shipping laws. We hope that in the coming weeks, they can ease the burden of commuters nationwide. For UIWtv, I'm Michael Mata.
According to Toyota, some fuel-saving techniques include combining trips, checking the tire pressures, and keep distance to avoid slamming on the brakes.
An international movement for peace recently found its way to the banks of the San Antonio River. I personally had the opportunity to take a closer look at how local residents were getting involved. This is what I saw. I'm out here at Confluence Park, where in just a couple minutes, the Barefoot Walk for Peace is set to begin. Set to last just under 1 mile, stretching all the way down to the San Antonio Mission Concepcion. The Barefoot Walk for Peace is a global movement that brings people together to honor children lost to violence and affirm the belief that no child should be raised to harm or be harmed. Locally, members of the community gathered along the San Antonio River, walking together in solidarity to support that message.
Pilgrimage Center, where we remember someone who walked barefoot, is an appropriate place for us to be doing our barefoot walk.
The Walk for Peace is rooted in the Mother's Call, an initiative led by Palestinian and Israeli mothers who say conflict doesn't stay political. It enters homes, reshapes families, and touches childhoods. Walking barefoot serves as a symbol of vulnerability and equality, removing protection, comfort, and status.
People who are cultivating and creating together to make this world literally a better place.
While not everyone walked barefoot, everyone showed up, participating in different ways, but moving forward with the same message of peace. That shared message turned a global call into a local moment of unity. For UIWtv, I'm Maurilio Cruz. And if you would like to get involved in future events like this, you can find more information on UIW Give Polls, or you can reach out to Sister Martha Ann Kirk by email at kirk@uiwtx.edu. Now, beyond the group chat is a service hour event that took place on campus, encouraging UIW students to improve their in-person communication skills. The idea behind the event's name was to help students follow through on plans made in group chats. Attendees participated in several activities, including building a tower with noodles and marshmallows. Students sharpened their understanding of social cues while building in-person connection with others.
Communication is important, but also realizing from other students' perspectives, like, I may not have thought about that before, I may not have thought about that interpretation. I understand that I may have to adjust myself in different settings, in different capacities, kind of understanding their roles in groups as well.
The event offered participants free breakfast and lunch, as well as the opportunity to win raffle prizes. Students who RSVP'd also gained 4 service hours. In a day and age where new generations communicate almost entirely through their phones, events like these can be extremely beneficial.
Bible study is a great way to grow in faith, fellowship, and community. One organization at UIW provides just that. Students come together to indulge in the Word of God every Monday at 4:30 p.m. The Bible study offers a chance to obtain guidance and knowledge if someone feels lost or worried. It also offers a chance to talk to other like-minded people and grow in faith while getting reminders like 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7, give all your worries and cares to God, for He cares about you.
Everything is in here. It says everything that they need to know. It tells them what they're going through and why it's necessary, as well as like how to get past what really isn't necessary, like, their sin.
This Bible study is an all-student-led study based on a loose discussion structure. Now pick up your baskets and your cascarones, because Easter is finally here. Andrea Mays brings us with the forecast. How's it looking, Andrea?
Happy early Good Friday. It is very uncomfortable and sticky outside, and this is why we have a dew point of 69 degrees. That's near the actual temperature, so the atmosphere is nearly saturated. Let's take a look at our radar right now. So we are looking at a very active nation right now. We have a lot of upper level disturbances in the northwest. We have an area of low pressure situated, bringing in a lot of cloud cover. This is what really brought our rain in last night or early this morning. As we can see, those storms are starting to move off to the northeast and we're starting to clear out. Now we are looking at right now these storms starting to really push out. We had that cold front come through, drop that temperature. We have another area of low pressure, and this is what's going to bring our rain chances for Saturday and into Easter Sunday. We have a cold front coming through that's going to really bring widespread rain and drop our high for Sunday to a high of 66 degrees, and everyone's pretty much going to see that area wide rain cover. Now, as far as our Storm Prediction Center outlook, we're looking at a slight thunderstorm risk across the Panhandle and then across the DFW Metroplex, marginal risk. But here in San Antonio, we are going to get those storms, but they're just not going to be as severe. So our drought monitor, we're still in that extreme drought. Now, the only way we're really going to be getting out of this is when we see severe weather season start to brew up over the next 2 months, and that's when we're going to get our greatest rainfall to try to get us out of this drought. Otherwise, we're going to be entering the summertime very hot and very dry. Now, as far as our 7-day forecast, again, today we're looking at 86 degrees, mid to high 80s for Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday. That cold front will push through Saturday evening, bringing our high Sunday to 66 degrees, 90% chance of rain on Saturday, 40% on Sunday. We're going to be looking pretty cool until early Tuesday, and Wednesday we'll be right back up into the 70-degree temperatures. We're going to be looking at a very active 7 days, so have a happy Easter.
Thanks, Andrea. We're just hoping the rain dies down for Easter weekend. Either way, we'll make sure to have the umbrella in hand.
Now, advising season comes around the same time every year, but many students still struggle when it comes to its challenges. Here's Faith Bettis with more.
Waiting to get into contact with their advisors can sometimes be difficult. By the time that some students get their alt pin, it's already the end of registration. Oftentimes, advisors are already booked with back-to-back meetings, which can make it even harder to schedule a meeting. This makes the task of registering more difficult.
I feel like one thing that could definitely help is knowing who your advisor is and being able to book an appointment with them as soon as you can.
Some students also have trouble getting a spot in their classes.
I do appreciate that it's a smaller class, so I get more one-on-one with teachers, but I do kind of hate the fact that I have to fight for a spot whenever it's a class that I need to take.
Advisors recognize how troubling this can be and advise students to go into meetings with a plan for their schedule. But this isn't all the advice that they would like to give students.
Dream big, right? When we're picking classes, we're not just thinking about what courses we're going to sit inside next semester. We're thinking about what kind of learning we're going to get to share with our faculty and our students.
Aside from just your primary and secondary advisors, you can also visit the Advising Center on the 3rd floor of the SEC. Taking the elevators will shoot you straight to the Advising Center, where you can ask them all of your advising questions.
You're never alone, and your advisors are here to support and help you out. For UIWtv, I'm Faith Bettis.
And you can be sure to find your advisor through your degree works. Now, from busy schedules to constant deadlines, college students have a lot to manage, but many are finding simple ways to stay organized and productive. Here's Canseco with a closer look.
Staying on top of schoolwork takes more than just showing up. With busy schedules and responsibilities, UIW students are finding routines that help keep them productive.
For majority of the part, it's here in the library and the quiet room, you know, where no one is rowdy. I mean, in general, the library is not rowdy, but the quiet room is definitely my go-to.
For many students, finding the right environment is just one part of staying focused. With busy schedules and multiple responsibilities, they're also building routines that help them stay productive day to day. Planning ahead, setting goals, and tracking tasks can keep students organized. Breaking work into smaller steps makes it feel more manageable. However, when distractions come up, some students may feel it's all about resetting. Taking a short break and stepping away helps recharge and come back with a fresh perspective.
Whenever I study, I make it a whole routine. You know, I put on some calming music, maybe, get some water, you know, and I'll take brain breaks too. That's really important too, to make sure you don't overwhelm yourself and can really retain the information.
In the end, success looks different for every student, but by finding what works, they're building habits that keep them focused and moving forward.
What motivates me is, I feel like it's just a habit at this point, you know.
For UIWtv, I'm Canseco.
Students are finding ways to balance classes, jobs, and other responsibilities. And with finals coming around, we're wishing everyone the best of luck in their studies.
Tuition costs can be a daunting subject, especially if you're not aware of the offers or scholarships available. Reporter Sofia Sanchez sat down with her mom to get her perspective.
Marian Sanchez was born and raised here in San Antonio, so when her daughter said she wanted to attend UIW, she welcomed it but was worried about the cost.
When she told me she wanted to go to UIW, I was very nervous because of the cost, but I was very pleasantly surprised when her hard work paid off.
The Presidential Scholarship is one of the highest available here at UIW. To qualify, a student must have a 3.5 GPA or higher, and be either an incoming freshman or a transfer student. This scholarship can provide the students with up to $20,000 to $22,000 per year, as long as the student maintains the 3.5 GPA.
I'm very proud of the academic training she's getting through UIW.
Hearing all of the benefits and accomplishments UIW has been able to offer shows how dedicated they are to their students and community, as well as how available every penny spent here at UIW is.
According to UIW's official website, nearly 100% of first-time and full-time students receive some type of grant or scholarship. To find these opportunities, you can visit uiw.edu.
And if you're looking for a way to wind down this semester, a San Antonio local business offers several ways to enjoy music. Jared Gonzalez is live at Crazy Rhythms Vinyl Records to check out what's in store.
Thank you very much. Today I'm here at Crazy Rhythm Vinyl Records just down the road from UIW with Zeke, who will be sharing with us his amazing store. How are we doing today, Zeke?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. This is an amazing place with a huge collection of music and a lot of collectibles to choose from. Where did you find the inspiration to open up this store?
Well, long story short, my twin brother and I, we're buying and selling records for like 25 years, We moved back to Texas because of family stuff. And we chose San Antonio because we thought, particularly at the time we opened up the shop, that San Antonio was underserved as far as used vinyl records, which is specifically our specialty. But yeah, we love San Antonio. We've been enjoying it ever since we've been here.
You're right. Music is a great way to expand in the community and to show love. As we know, music is always changing. How do you adapt to the times, and what do you offer here at Crazy Rhythms?
Well, we offer a lot of stuff, not just records, not vinyl, just vinyl, but we carry also CDs, which a lot of young people are going for these days for the same reason I got into vinyl, because it's more accessible, more affordable. So we're finding a lot of teenagers and college students, particularly from UIW, are coming in and they're buying CDs as well as cassette tapes. And we also carry, we try to keep aware of new trends. We also take into account our staff. Our staff will recommend some things and pay attention to new releases and all that kind of stuff as much as we can. We also carry stuff from newer local artists such as Chavella. Her record has been a hot seller here. She's a great local singer-songwriter. We also carry classic San Antonio stuff like Sonny and the Sunliners. Selena, who had her boutique just a couple 100 feet away from us. But yeah, and Sacred Games, they're also another local band. They rocked the Central Library parking garage rooftop this past weekend. And yeah, we carried books, T-shirts, a lot of different stuff here. Yeah.
And with all this amazing music that you have, I just gotta know, do you happen to have a favorite and why?
Looking around the store earlier, I found a group, Unrest. They were like a 90s indie rock band from Washington, D.C. They were influenced by stuff from the 80s, like the Smiths, Jesus and Mary Chain, that kind of thing. If you're into that and My Bloody Valentine, you may want to check out Unrest. They're a very cool, dreamy indie rock band from Washington, D.C.
That's a very interesting record. And now just tying back to our UIW community, if they wanted to find out more about you, how can they do so?
You can check us out on social media by way of Facebook and Instagram, Crazy Rhythms Vinyl Records. We're here at 3617 Broadway, Suite 402, in the back of the lot near Brackenridge Park and Whitty Museum.
It's very interesting. I'll be sure to check it out, and I'm very sure others will as well. Well, thank you very much, Zeke, for your time. It is an amazing store that you run here.
Thank you for this opportunity. We appreciate it so much.
If you're an avid music collector or someone just trying to expand your taste, here's Crazy Rhythm Vinyl Records to ease your worries. Thank you very much, and back to you in the studio.
And if you'd like to visit Crazy Rhythms, it is going to be open Wednesday through Saturday. And whether you're enjoying good music or quality time with friends, there's lots of ways to enjoy the Easter weekend.
That's right. And with that, let's check out our social media question. This week we asked, what's your favorite Easter activity? We'll check out your responses after the show. But for now, sit tight. UIWtv will be right back.
Ooh, chest. The reboot van. I'm probably just gonna get off and go to bed.
What's my routine? I don't know. I guess I just... Well, I eat healthy and I work out. There is help out there for you, and recovery is possible.
You are watching UIWtv.
Welcome back, I'm Case Victoria, your entertainment insider for today. Let's check out all the latest buzz in entertainment news. Visitors at the San Antonio Riverwalk may have spotted sharks in the water, but there's no need to panic. The animatronics displays is promoting the upcoming Netflix thriller titled Thrash, starring Phoebe Dynevor and Jimon Honso. The film follows a coastal town fighting for survival after a hurricane unleashes deadly sharks. The film is set to premiere on April 10th on Netflix. One organization is finding ways to bring the UIW community together to benefit the next generation of San Antonio. Here's Revelation Delgado with the story.
At the University of the Incarnate Word, students and volunteers are coming together for a seasonal service event with a bigger purpose. The First Generation Committee hosted Fill the Easter Basket, where participants donated supplies and helped prepare eggs for a community celebration. All of the items collected will go towards supporting kids in the Guadalupe Community Center's after-school program, giving families a chance to enjoy the holidays without the added cost.
I hope today they take a little grace in their life, knowing that they did something good for not only the community, but for the children of our San Antonio community.
Organizers say events like this are about more than just service hours. They're about building connections, by giving students a chance to step outside of the classroom and engage in a meaningful experience.
Giving back to me means giving back to your community and giving back for the people who help you get to where you need to be at. It's more so giving back to your family, to the staff, and I say at UIW we have a lot of things to give back to.
Events like this go beyond just filling eggs. They create a sense of connection. Volunteers say it's a simple process, but one that brings energy and purpose into the room. As each egg is filled, it presents more than just candy. It's a small surprise waiting to be discovered. For UIWtv, I'm Revelation Delgadillo.
If you're a first-generation student and want to join the First Generation Committee, you can email them at uiw.edu. From arts and crafts to sharing fond memories, UIW alumni returned to campus for a sipping and sculpting event. Here is reporter Carmen Alva with more.
To the side you want.
Tucked away in the corner near the softball field on the University of Incarnate Word campus, the Ruth Eileen Sullivan Ceramic and Sculpture Studios are coming to life. Alumni gather to learn something new while being guided by professors who are eager to share their passion for the arts, even with those who haven't stepped into a classroom in years.
So I teach ceramics at least twice a week. That's one of my classes I teach every semester. So it's nothing for me to have to do another little workshop like this. In fact, I really enjoy doing these kinds of things.
Events like this are just one of many opportunities offered throughout the year. Leaning into social gatherings and hand-on workshops, these events are held to create a space for alumni to reconnect with the campus.
They're very important for alumni because they get to connect. So we always have alumni from everywhere, from all the class years, from most recent to in the past, years as well. So it's all about the connection, and they get to know and meet other alumni as well.
The connection is what keeps alumni coming back after years apart. And for many, it's a chance to rebuild relationships, meet new people, and renew the sense of community on campus. Alumni are welcome to share moments like this, shows that the UIW community continues to grow. It brings people together through creativity, connection, and shared experiences.
Just to reconnect, I graduated and then COVID happened, so there's just been a lot of time and the world has changed, and I just wanted to reconnect with people of like mind and just get back out into the community and have some fun.
Alumni are welcome to share moments like this, as UIW alumni are encouraged to take part in future events and stay connected as the community continues to grow, bringing people together throughout creativity, connection, and shared experiences are what make memories last beyond the classroom. For UIWtv, I'm Carmen Alva.
For more information about upcoming UIW alumni events, visit the UIW Alumni Relations website at uiw.edu/alumni. The Comm Department 05 baby is officially old enough to drink. That's right, KUIW celebrated its 21st anniversary. AD 265 transformed into a party room for everyone to unwind at the end of the semester. Students enjoyed a slice of pizza all while playing board games with friends. But of course the birthday party wouldn't be complete with the live music straight from the station.
The student ran, and I think we're just putting our word out there. We're marking our music. We have our own DJs out here playing their music, so you get to know them as DJs. And overall, we're just here for a good time.
KUIW streams Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to midnight, and DJing is open to all majors. Just sign up for a 2-hour slot, and you can play your own music all while gaining service hours. Visit KUIW.org for more information. On the topic of music, Ellie Vallor is here to bring this week's music in a minute.
Welcome back to Music in a Minute, where the beat never sleeps and neither do we. BTS is giving ARMY a brand new look behind the curtain with their sneak peek at their Netflix documentary, BTS The Return. The teaser shows the members creating their new album, Orang, shooting the cover, and sitting down for their first solo interviews together in years. It's raw, creative, and marks the start of a new era. Now shifting from studio magic to stadium electricity, the Killers are set to headline the UEFA Champions League's final kickoff shown in Budapest. They agreed instantly because when you're offered a global stage with 60,000 fans, you pack your guitar and go. Expect a career-spanning set and a pre-game Mr. Brightside moment that will echo across Europe. And finally, a nostalgia hit straight to the heart. Miley Cyrus just released Younger You to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana. It's a reflective letter to her younger self, the girl who had no idea she was about to become a cultural reset in a blonde wig. Well, that's all for this Music in a Minute. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Ellie. I'm personally a huge fan of Hannah Montana, and I loved the reunion. Well, that's all for this week's entertainment, but don't go anywhere just yet. Sports is up next. For UIWtv, I'm Kase Victoria.
How was your day? Good, but I have a lot of work to do, sadly. Well, I'm sure you'll get it all done. Oh, and when you're done, can you help me with something later? Sir? Are you done yet?
You know, Jamie really needs to start knowing when to mind her own business. Professor Richardson? Whatever. It's just not my place to be sticking my nose into other people's businesses just because of some civic. Maybe she's trying to teach about responsibility.
No, tell me why I got a notification from your account from freaking Cassandra asking if you wanted to hang out.
Listen.
You were supposed to have dinner with me. Would you rather go hang out with Cassandra?
We have.
Am I not good enough for you?
We have something to work on, okay?
You'll have something to work on.
Do you have any plans for over the break? No, I don't really have any plans. Just same old, same old. What about you?
I mean, I don't have anything, but there's always things I want to do, and I just never end up doing.
I don't have to say something, but I should.
All it takes is one person. If you or someone you know is experiencing emotional abuse, text CONNECT to 741741.
Glad you're still tuned in with us. I'm Jayden Ford, here to bring you all the latest in sports news. The Philadelphia Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts face a crossroads heading into 2026. The offense has struggled with consistency, putting pressure on Hurts to adapt and elevate his game. Sources say the passing game has felt stagnant, and the quarterback faces pressure to adapt. With star wide receiver A.J. Brown in the mix, expectations are high for Hurts. This season could define his career and impact the future of Philadelphia's offense. Now, let's bring it back to what's happening here in the Nest. The men's tennis team stays perfect in the Southland Conference play. The Cardinals defeated UT Rio Grande Valley 5-2 on the road. They swept all 3 doubles matches and secured 4 singles wins to reach the victory. The team improves 3-0 in conference play and now 11-3 overall. Now, this is still ongoing, so stay tuned for this weekend's matchup against Lamar University. The UIW softball team came up just short, falling 9-11 to Baylor University. UIW held a 9-5 lead after 5 innings, with Brianna Fuentes delivering a bases-clearing double and Madison Doro adding a solo home run. However, Baylor scored 4 runs and took the lead in the 6th inning. Despite the loss, the Cardinals showed their best and will carry that momentum into Southland Conference play. The UIW baseball team made a thrilling walk-off finish against UTSA. I was there, it was electric. They fought through a back-and-forth game, clutching at-bat to seal the victory. With this win, UIW proves they're a team that can perform under pressure and finish strong, especially against their biggest rival. Congratulations and go Cards! Now, one of the oldest golf tournaments in the world is back in San Antonio, and it starts this week. The Valero Texas Open was founded in 1922 and is known for raising large amounts of money for charity through the Valero Foundation. The Valero Open kicks off today and will be played until April 5th. Now, this tournament is the last chance for players to qualify for the Masters, which means the stakes are high. The Masters start April 9th in Georgia. You can keep up with the Valero Open at ValeroTexasOpen.com. Here at UIWtv, we want to wish best of luck to UIW alum Austin Wiley, who is playing in the tournament this weekend. In NBA news, the San Antonio Spurs delivered a record-breaking performance Monday night. They led a 129-114 win over the Chicago Bulls. MVP race leader Victor Wembanyama finished with 41 points and 16 rebounds. This is the fastest double-double in NBA history, recorded at 8 minutes and 31 seconds. Next, the Spurs will be up against the Los Angeles Clippers in LA tonight. The NFL is taking a major step in the future of football. The league partnered with Tomorrow Sports to launch a new professional flag football league for both male and female athletes. The move comes ahead of flag football's Olympic debut in 2028, as the NFL looks to grow the sport globally. All 32 teams will support the league with investments from big names like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. League executives say this new professional platform will create a pathway for youth athletes to reach the pro level. The NFL believes football could become a major global game in the years ahead. More details are expected soon. Now, let's take a look at this week's games to watch. UIW women's tennis is playing on April 6th against Stephen F. Austin in Nacogdoches, Texas. Match day will start at 11 a.m. UIW baseball is taking on the University of Texas on April 7th at 6:30 p.m. The Cardinals will be playing at Austin, Texas at Dish Fault Field. The UIW women's golf is playing in the Southland Conference Championship in San Marcos, Texas. The tournament starts on April 13th and will last until April 15th. And to wrap it up, UIW softball kicks off their 3-game series against East Texas A&M here at the Nest on April 14th. Now, this is a doubleheader day, so the Cards will play both at 3 and 5:30 p.m. And that's all we have for sports today. For UIWtv, I'm Jayden Ford. You know the drill. Before I go, let's circle back to our social media question. This Easter, I'll be back home with my roommate Beyonce and hanging out with family. I'm curious, though, to hear what our viewers have to say. Leo?
Thanks, Jayden. Aiden said he loves putting on a bunny suit and letting his inner bunny out. Jam said his family surprises him with an egg hunt around his house. They also record all of this while he is still half asleep. And finally, Fred said getting his kids items related to their Lent promises, and also ordering pizza and Cokes. Thank you for those responses, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at UIWtv for a chance to appear in our next newscast. And that's all the news we have for today, so thanks so much for tuning in.
Be sure to join us for our next and final newscast on April 16th. I'm Lailah Fleming.
And I'm Maurilio Cruz, and this has been UIWtv.